One and the Fox Sports app. All right, gentlemen, time now for Drawing a Blank. So Tom Brady posted his transformation from his rookie year to his first season with the Bucs on the gram yesterday. A couple of takeaways. He needed a tan desperately and maybe 3 less helmets. Nick, Brady's 20-year transformation, in your opinion, has been blank.
Just like this Instagram post, it's been an infomercial, a literal infomercial if you read the caption, for the TB12 method. Listen, I don't know if the pseudoscience behind what Tom Brady does actually works. It clearly has worked for him. And if you would like to learn more about the TB12 method, just go to his Instagram, where every other post is some type of infomercial for the TB12 method. Listen, you don't take those types of discounts in New England and not make the money up somewhere. So he's going to make it up on the back end with the old TB12 stuff. So listen, he clearly is aging in reverse. He clearly looks better now than he did then. So far be it for me to say his magical water is not actually magical water. So it's an infomercial, Mike, for the TB12 method.
I'm going to say legendary. And that's coming from a guy who has 0 rings and played 13 seasons. I won't say that it's envy towards Tom Brady because I have too much respect for the quarterback position. But over the course of 20 years, winning 6 Super Bowl rings, playing in 9, losing 3, it could have been 9. I mean, it's just been a remarkable career. And Tom Brady, at the age of, 42, looks 10 times better than he did when he first stepped in the league at 21.
Yes,
so
he does.
It's been legendary.
You know, Nick,
What's up,
can you
Rob?
give me some help? Because Tom Brady's like infamously doesn't like tomatoes, or he does like tomatoes. I can't quite get it. It's like flammable and inflammable. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be pounding tomatoes or avoiding tomatoes altogether. And I get it confused every time. And I think it's really hurting my physique. What does that mean, Jenna?
It's something to do with nightshades and pliability.
It sounds like a book.
And I know that he has special water. I know these things. I'm not
Whatever
quite
it
certain.
is.
I'll be honest.
guys-
I don't know exactly what it is, but it seems to be working out for
more
him,
tomatoes or less? Jenna, more tomatoes or
Whatever it
Take
is.
a
Don't
deeper
stop.
dive.
Well.
Less tomatoes, less nightshade vegetables, and he hates strawberries. There you go. I don't know anything about the water. On to the
hates
Packers now. Their
strawberries?
head coach, Matt LaFleur. He doesn't eat strawberries, Tom Brady. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur recently asked about his new rookie quarterback. Said Jordan Love, quote, has a lot to clean up. Luckily, a guy named Aaron Rodgers can step in, with Love's struggles. Nick, LaFleur saying that Love has a lot to clean up is blank.
It's obvious, and it's not a knock on Jordan. Anyone that watched him at Utah State said, oh, the upside on this kid's pretty damn high, but the downside's pretty low because he's so raw. And even playing at a small school in college, you saw some of those kind of glaring process errors, even if the arm talent wowed you. It's why a team that was 13-3 and a game away from the Super Bowl drafting him when Rodgers is still there was such a baffling decision. Because it's not as if it's like, listen, we think we're such a good team, we need someone who, if Aaron gets dinged as he has for 2 of the last 3 years, he could step in. Jordan Love ain't going to be ready to step in at any point this year, and that's not an indictment on him at all. It's just the reality of where he is. So, Mike, to me, this is obvious. It's not indictment, but it just makes the pick all the more head-scratching.
Obvious, and I'll say factual, because he's probably out there missing reads, missing checks. Nothing against him. He's a rookie quarterback, and that's natural. That's going to happen. Safety's walking down in the box, pre-snap reads aren't there. See the corner pressed and ball is snapped and the corner's off. These are things that Jordan Love is going to go through, but in time he'll get better. But the guy looks good. He looks good as a quarterback specimen. I like his size. I like what he presents. I like what he brings to the table. Unfortunately, he won't be playing this season because Aaron Rodgers is still at the top of his game.
That's right, Mike. I went with last call. Last call for the Jordan Love storylines this year. We're less than 4 weeks away, and it's a nice preseason storyline. But last call for this. So this is the last video you're going to see of Jordan Love on the show. The narrative is going to end. It's a new narrative. Boom, Tim Boyle comes into the scene. Hey, guys, what about me? And there's a 3-way controversy in Green Bay. No, there's not. Last call for Jordan Love. We're going to move forward to real football. Goodbye, Jordan Love. Good luck, but no more narrative on the show.
Hello, Baker Mayfield. Talk some Browns now. Odell Beckham Jr. is looking to have a bounce-back season. Friend and teammate Jarvis Landry is confident OBJ can do that, saying Odell is, quote, really making this place home. Nick, Odell's second season with the Browns will be blank.
Deja vu. And by deja vu, I don't mean the incredibly underrated and very rewatchable Denzel Washington and Paula Patton project from about a decade ago. I mean deja vu to his second year in the NFL. His best season as a pro, when he had over 1,400 yards, when he had 13 touchdowns, when he asserted himself as officially the most talented receiver in the league. Mike, I think this is going to be the best year Odell has had since that second year with the Giants. I think he's going to be back over 1,200 yards, back to double-digit touchdowns, and you're going to remember what made him such a special player those first 3 years of his career, Mike.
Absolutely. I'll say better, because he did have 1,000 yards receiving last year, and I know that'll be a goal this year, and to top that, it's going to be something that he'll want to do. But I see Odell Beckham taking on more of a leadership role in year 7 in his career. He'll start to realize that the better the players are around him and the better they play, the more productive he can be and take some of that pressure off himself. He had a good year last year. I expect this year to be better.
I went with Drake-esque. Odell's in the new Drake video. Just a solid hit. It's not amazing, but it's just a solid hit, and that's going to be courtesy of Stefanski. Look, Kirk Cousins, 3rd best passer rating on deep throws, 4th best passer rating overall, 4th best completion percentage. So I think Stefanski is going to elevate Baker, and boom, Odell will be the beneficiary. How's that related to Drake? Honestly, we're going to do the Drake video. We didn't get it.
Mike Florio recently reported that there's a belief in league circles that Russell Wilson, it always makes sense, Wilds, that Russell Wilson will eventually not be playing for the Seahawks. This to further push the narrative that Seattle needs to let Russ be Russ before Russ goes somewhere else to be Russ. So, Nick, Russ's long-term future with the Seahawks is blank.
2 Chainz-esque. No, I'm just kidding. That's just a Wilds thing. All but guaranteed. Like, I'm so tired of these stories about where is a player going to go next starting to percolate before the player's contract extension has even kicked in. Russ starts a brand new 4-year contract in 2 weeks. Starts a new contract. The idea that we're talking about, well, what's his long-term future? Man, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be around in 4 years. But if we are, Russ will be on the Seahawks. And worry about what's going to happen to him after that. So Florio's my guy, but this is, to me, silliness. He's going to be a Seahawk for at least the next 4 years, which is as long as any of us may have anyway, Mike.
I'll say his future is secure. His future is very secure in Seattle. It's a good quarterback play. It's so hard to come by.